In this video, I want to talk about the sliding scale of the knuckleball. And what I mean by that is if you have good stuff like a good fastball, you're a good pitcher, maybe you have a good slider, curve, changeup, anything else, then your knuckleball doesn't have to be nearly as good if you don't have any of that stuff. So let's take here we have R.A. Dickey as an example. He was, didn't have a UCL. He didn't have great velocity, but it was still good enough for him to get just a little bit of time in the big leagues. And he learned the knuckleball when he was older. So then he got up. He didn't have a good fastball, but he wasn't just a terrible pitcher. And so he was able to make it without a perfect knuckleball, but it got good enough that he was able to be a Cy Young Award winner in 2012 and pitched for many years after that, well into his 40s. But then you'll have other guys like Tim Wakefield, for example. He wasn't even a pitcher, and so he was a first baseman, and his knuckleball had to be much better, extremely elite, because he only threw in the 70s. And so if he had, he had a lower margin of error with his knuckleball, it had to be really good or else they would hit it. He didn't have, much else to go with it. So that's kind of what we mean by the sliding scale. So if we look at R.A. Dickey, again, pitching right here, if we look at his knuckleballs in slow motion, and I've shown quite a few of them on my page, you can check them out. Some of them will have up to 5, 6 rotations, and so you can see it does not even have to be close to perfect. Having said that, he does throw quite a few that are extremely good with less than 1 rotation, less than a half a rotation, and that's why, like we said, he's a Cy Young Award winner. So what we want to do is we want to challenge you guys to be the best version on that sliding scale that you can be. So when you're developing your knuckleball, you're not just totally sacrificing your velocity or anything else. In fact, when you develop the knuckleball, you'll develop stronger because you won't be blowing out your arm. You're not going to be trying to chase velocity when you're 14 years old. Some kids are learning at 10, 11, 12. You're not going to be chasing velocity at 10, 11, 12, which is disastrous. That's when you're going to blow out your arm. Instead, you'll be just pitching at a normal velocity, but learning the knuckleball. Then you're going to be able to develop much stronger because hopefully you'll develop throwing 85, 90, even 95 miles an hour, and you're going to be just that much better because you have the knuckleball in your arsenal. Here we see R.A. Dickey striking out Votto with an 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Absolutely can't do that very easily unless you have a knuckleball. And so we have guys coming up now like Kenny Surwa. He throws a harder knuckleball, throws his fastball into the 90s. That's the new pitcher that we're going to see coming up, developing. Your knuckleball doesn't have to be perfect, so develop it, get confident with it, start throwing it in there, and as you get better, you'll learn to change speeds. And again, it's a sliding scale. So if you get elite with your knuckleball, you don't have to throw hard at all like a Phil Niekro. You can throw in the 60s or 70s, but even if your knuckleball is not that good, you can still use it, and it'll definitely help out getting to the next level.